Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good night if you are watching this video, no matter the time is it. Okay, okay, so let's start. My name is Andino. I want to share my point of view about culture clash. Remember, it's just a point of view, so I will give my ideas, my understanding about what what I think about this. So let's start. We have the we have the title culture clash. Culture clash. So, what do you think? What culture clash is? What do you think? What is the main purpose of culture clash? Is there some advantage or disadvantage about that aspect, about that situation? So let's start. In this image, we have the first evidence of culture clash, and this is the aspect of languages. As you can see, there are many ways to say thank you. Gracias, obrigado, mercy, vielen Dank, Shin. Well, I sorry, but the real purpose of this is to show you how how a foreign language can influence to a single country, like here in El Salvador, because there are many languages that Salvadorians like me we can learn. For example, I'm currently studying English career, so maybe my English will not be the native as a United States person. So I can say that we are learning. So that's a good evidence of culture clash. So not also can learn. Sorry, we can learn this language as English. We can learn another language, some other language like Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Italian. Well, the language that you want to learn is the language that you will use in case that you find a situation that learning will be applied. So let's see another picture. We have even the way to say hello or hi, howdy is very different, because in the left side we have a man that is greeting like a Japanese by bowing his head. In the other side we have a woman that is extending her hand in order to have a handshake with the other person. So you can you see culture clash, the way that we meet other people, the way that we greet people, and the way that we say thanks to other people. So let's think about it. We suppose that we need to understand what foreign people are saying by learning their proper language, their mother language. For example, if they want to know about our country, our traditions, or let me think about it, our celebration, for example, they must investigate about the history of the country and the other aspects, the language that we speak. We have to do the same if we want to investigate or about, I don't know, United States, the language that they speak, the celebrations that they have, the traditions that they have. Okay, so let's analyze another point. It's a very difficult dilemma for a person that born, for example, like as a Salvadorian, but their mother is, for example, from United States, and and his family is from here, El Salvador. And that means that maybe the boy or the girl had traveled to United States for a long time in order to learn English, for example, and come back to that country to here and arrives here, and we we can think in this point. We can think in this situation. We suppose that the boy or the girl was a baby, and that baby back to his country or her country, for example in El Salvador, and that little kid or little girl doesn't have any idea how to speak Spanish because their their language, their mother language, is supposed to be Spanish, but he was or she or he was born in United States, and that little kid learned English, so it means that learn Spanish will be very difficult. For example, when that person grew up, for example, grew up is, I don't know, 24 years old, and the his or her identity could be affected because they will ask, "Hey, where are you from?" Maybe the girl or the boy will say, "Ah, I'm from El Salvador," but that person will have some characteristic from the other country, United States. You get the idea? So it means that it can be a little bit trouble to know how to discover the real identity. Well, let's analyze another point. Leaving the identity issues, we must analyze something that we always enjoy. So as you can see, it's the food. But you're asking why the food is related with culture clash. It's simple. In every single country around the world, they are not eating the traditional food always. For example, here in El Salvador, as you can see, this food is called pupusas. Maybe some people know about that food, maybe some people not. But this is all traditional food, and we used to eat something that we or you or whatever that we always used to eat. Hamburgers. Most of the hamburgers are cooked in United States, so it's their traditional food, and it means that that food is very well. First of all, it's very it's very delicious. So that characteristic made the hamburger get a kind of fame, and that's why me and you can enjoy an hamburger because that food is already spread around the world. And we have another example from Italy, the famous pizza. So culture clash can 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 be studied by many aspects like language, food, the traditions, celebrations. So as I said before, this most common celebration like holidays like Christmas, Halloween, but culture clash also is looking for the way that we think about the perspective of many people. So let's analyze this. Well, sorry, I forgot to mention the touristic places because why I'm doing this, what I'm asking or mentioning some tourist touristic places because it's simple. Touristic places is a good example of culture clash And as you can see, this place is called Puerto de la Libertad, here in the state of La Libertad. From here it's Salvador. Is obvious, it's a beach, so it's the one of the most visited beaches around this country, as you can see. So we have another place that proves that not always beaches is an option to to enjoy some vacations. We have this place called Cerro Verde, and the volcano that you can see is called Izalco volcano. It's located in the village of Izalco, the state of 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 Sonsonate, here also in Salvador. So with this with that example and the beach example prove that tourists is very often involved in cultural clash. As I said before, many people from other countries are always arriving here to enjoy those paradise sites. Now, let's get some serious. We have the way, the perspective of each person when we are talking about cultural clash. So, as you can see, the right to insult is a person that holds a camera to show what is happening around the area, about the way, about around the environment. That's camera action, and he is doing his job, of course. But in the other side, we have the right to kill the insulter and the final word action. For some people that are looking for some information to show to the entire world what what is happening in there. For example, here it's obvious that it's a situation of terrorism, a very delicate theme, a delicate topic. So cultural clash not always can be good, as we seen as we saw in this presentation, in this video. So I have some few words before to finish. Think about it. In summary, many people are trying to find their identity basing of their real culture, their real aspect of, for example, the country that they born, the food that they are eating, the music, the traditions, the celebrations, places, languages, the perspective. All those aspects are joined to show us what is culture clash. So, well, that was my point of view. Remember, as I say in the beginning of this video, I am an example of a person that wants to know about culture clash. I'm learning English. Maybe my English will not be perfect, will not like a native speaker, but I'm trying. So if you want to know about culture clash, you can find more information on internet. If you want to know about Salvador, you can investigate whatever you want, or another. If you want to find some information, culture, on what is the real effect of culture clash in other countries, you can find more information, because culture clash is not it's not it's not like to say, oh, culture clash is when two cultures is in one country. No, it's divided by several branches that I call aspects that conforms a culture, that conform a tradition and celebrations, as I said before. Well, those aspects are related with culture clash. So remember, not always the people will think as the way that you think. For example, this is my point of view. You maybe you have another point of view, maybe differs of mine, but it's for another day that we can discuss about it. So I hope you like this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below that you what do you think about culture clash. So I hope you like it, and don't forget to watch my previous videos, maybe not related with topics like this, but you can enjoy some video games as you can take your time to relax. So thank you, have a good night, have a good day, have a good afternoon, well, just have a good day.